Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
Good. Schroeder's got 12 points in the game.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Irvin is guarded by Schroeder. Down low, here's Thompson. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And there's a pattern starting to... They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Humphries makes a big height bounce and goes in. 8 points for him.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
The screen from Thompson. Here's Irvin. That's tipped. A nice shot by Teague, and it's a 7-point Atlanta lead.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Irvin is guarded by Schroeder. Here's Irvin. Count that one. Q's got 10 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
They double him with LeBron. Elbow shot is on the way. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Here's Irvin. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Q's got 22 points.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And Bazemore kicks to T. 6 to shoot. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 6th rebound on the night. It's deflected. They're running. And here they go. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got 12.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Irvin is guarded by Schroeder. Here's Irvin. Rebound, Atlanta. Bazemore's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Teague has it in the corner. And stolen by James. Pass to Irvin. Shot from the top of the key. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Atlanta making some changes. Splitter's checked in for Humphries. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. Hardaway is subbed in for Jeff Teague.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
There's a minute 47 left in the second quarter. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Here's Schroeder, and it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Irvin, and that one is stuffed right through.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Splitter misses.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? Shot clock at 5. Here's Hardaway. Drills the elbow jumper.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
Here's Irvin. And good on the basket. Book it. Q's got 28.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Tweet.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. There was no stopping Paul Millsap in the first half. He had 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Cleveland?
They're being far less aggressive than they ought to be. The free throw differential is huge right now. It's threatening to determine the outcome of the game. So they have to get into the lane and challenge defenders to make them try to stop you.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. What can you say? Q, an impressive effort here today.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
Plethora, you're going deep into that dictionary of yours, man. It's not a common occurrence with this guy, though. Typically, he's more of a finisher, but that's not been the case in this one.
Splitter is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Teague, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3 slot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And, Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And now one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
And that one falls for Paul Millsap. Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to their bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
And so he makes both from the line. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Irvin, Teague covering. Clock at 6. The 3 ball kept alive. Here's Wade. Over Teague. No good off the back of the rim.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Love outside. The tray. And another miss by Cleveland. The Hawks leading by 10. Millsap a screen. Teague the pass to Millsap from 10 feet out. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. And it's now 22 points for Paul Millsap. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And stolen by Splitter. Here's Cephalosha, and the rejection by LeBron. Jumps up. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. How much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark? Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal.
And here is Hardaway. He's got 6. To the left side wing. Clock is at 3. Here's Millsap. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort. It's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated?
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Millsap. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
You know, on the topic of LeBron, one of the few areas where he could improve consistency in is from the three-point line. 3 years ago, he hit over 40% from downtown. 2 years ago, 38. Then last year, down to 35.
Cephalosha misses. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Here's Irvin, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Q's got 6 here in this quarter.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Cephalosha with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Back to Teague. The baseline J. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists tonight.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Irvin, Teague covering. Wade outside, and there's the pass to Irvin. No dice from 9 feet out.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Outside Teague. Out left to the wing, and here's Millsap from the arc, and that one's good. Millsap's got 27.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Irvin, Teague covering. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Hardaway against James. Splitter with a screen on James. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Back to Hardaway. He wants to get to Millsap and does. No good. And Cleveland the other way now. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Irvin. Teague covering. To the inside from 11 feet away. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 10.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Teague dishes to Millsap. Millsap a screen. Hardaway kicks to Millsap. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
The Hawks were fantastic last season. After the All-Star break, they did slip up a bit, struggled against teams over 500.
They lost the last 3 games of the regular season, Clark, and really just limped into the playoffs. Some of it might have just been fatigue.
Yeah, it could have been, and their play at the end of the season did leak into the playoffs, Kevin. I mean, you could see very quickly that they weren't the same team that looked so dominant during the regular season.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Splitter. Ken Bazemore comes in for Cephalosha. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are. Clark.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
Now the dish to Scott. Wade against Heinrich. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. Bazemore's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay. And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. Number 5, the Hawks.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really looked to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
You talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
What a game we've seen here for Q. He has 9 rebounds and some big-time point production as well. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on.
LeBron right side, the 10-footer, and it's good. James has got 9 points. Atlanta with the ball. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Another 3 for Atlanta.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
The Cavaliers trail by 15. Here's Irvin. Off target from outside.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
Heinrich passes to Bazemore. Scott kicks to Heinrich. Scott with a screen on LeBron. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by LeBron. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And it's 8 points for Dwayne Wade. The Hawks leading by 13. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. And again, it's Atlanta.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Here's Irvin. The shot is off. So Atlanta will take it the other way.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Scott with the ball. Picked up by Thompson.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Well, he practically has gotten every one that's available. A 20. Oh! Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. .119 left here in the third quarter. LeBron, good.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
They set the pick. Now Schroeder. He's got 14. And stolen by Love. The Cavaliers shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. The screen from Thompson. Hugh passes to Thompson. It's picked off. Fast break, the Hawks. Heinrich's got the ball. Schroeder's it to Bazemore. And that one's good. Schroeder's got 16. 32 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Irvin. And that one's good.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
Well, at this stage, you might as well have a seat and get off the floor. They've got no chance in this one.
Jeffrey.
17 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Schroeder. 16 points for him. Shoots the three. No good. Here's Irvin. Drilled it right as the clock hit all zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves of steel.
Woo! Gotta have big-time nerves to hit a shot like that at the buzzer.
And the final period of play just about to start. The Cavaliers trail by 8, and Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Hugh out there with Dwayne Wade, and it's Green in at the 5 spot. Dishes it to Splitter. Over to the left wing. Teague drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup. Teague's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Atlanta. It's a pick by Love. Irvin. Teague covering. Teague on the double team. 6 to shoot. But they recover it. The second chance effort counted, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Green.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Hardaway, no good. Well, the Cavaliers shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. The feed now to James. Wade passes to Irvin. Love right side. Rebound by the Hawks. Splitter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Hardaway. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. Teague's got assist number 8 now on the night. Irvin. Teague covering. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Love a good look. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Cephalosha dishes to Hardaway. Puts up a 3. No good. And Cleveland the other way now. Irvin guarded by Hardaway. Hugh passes to Love. The shot by Wade wide open. Drops one in from the wing.
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
Atlanta leading by 8. To the inside, Hardaway lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Hardaway has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
That's good.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Outside Teague. Here's the screen. Outside Scott. Atlanta gets it back. Splitter, that's good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
The rebound by Jeff Green.
You know what? His finishing ability is not really at the level that you would expect from a pro. But he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Here's Irvin. They get it back.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3 ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
And Jeff Green drops them both.
You know, not many saw it coming last season with the Hawks. I mean, they just ran away with the Eastern Conference. It was the first time they took the East since 1994.
Hardaway kicks the tee. Shoots it up. Jump shot is good that time. Teague's got 4 points this quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 10. And stolen by Splitter. From 10 feet out, and the rejection by James. To the right side. Pass to Splitter. Teague left side. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Hardaway for 3. Here's Scott, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Mike Scott. 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And with the Hawks and the East, they just dominated the rest of the division. 39 of the Hawks' 60 regular season wins came in conference.
Yeah, and across the board, the Hawks statistically just dominated all Eastern opponents. They shot it better, played better defense, took better care of the ball. They are set up to be a factor in this conference for a long time.
And Mike Scott, a former second-round draft pick who has carved out a role here in the NBA the last 2 seasons. Clark, he was a major contributor off the bench.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tweener, not big enough to maintain position down low on a consistent basis and not quick enough to really be a 3-man or small forward. But what he can do is get to the basket, rebound okay, and knock down the deep shot.
He dishes it to Hardaway. They set the pick. Now here is Cephalosha. James covering. Cephalosha dishes to Hardaway. Puts it up from 15, and the jumper is good. And the Hawks lead by 12.
And getting back to Mike Scott, his three-point percentage and attempts have increased each year he's been in the league. With a high, quick release, he's capable of making tough shots with a hand in his face in a way other players simply can't.
And here's Cephalosha for 3, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Here's Irvin. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Q's got 49 points in the game.
Guys, we were talking about Scott shooting from downtown, but he can also score from mid-range, pick and pop off the dribble. When he's able to square his shoulders, he's deadly. I mean, he's a versatile big guy with a nice shooting touch.
It's rebounded by Cleveland. Passes to Irvin. On the wing, James. Another miss by LeBron.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Teague against Green. Outside, Scott lets the 3 fly. Scott missing again.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Irvin, guarded by Hardaway. Irvin. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Atlanta. Irvin. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
Hawks making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Teague drives in, and the shot is good. Teague's got 6 in the quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Irvin, Teague covering. Outside, Green. And the shot falls short this time.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Outside, Teague. Inside. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Teague. And now that's 35 points for Millsap. Here's Irvin. No good with it.